Let's move on to a couple of other things to do with water. Before we get to the dam side of this, there is a water recycling project that is about to happen in New South Wales, and water recycling, of course, means that you are about to see, sewage water being treated, tested, filtered, and eventually being cycled back into the water supply. The Daily Telegraph had a good explainer about this. Jack Moffat is the reporter.
Hi, I'm Jack Morfitt from the Sunday Telegraph, and behind me is the last of Tenterfield's town water. They're fast running out, the dam's at 26%, and it's dropping at a percentage point every 10 or so days, and it will only worsen when it comes into summer. You can see behind me that the charred earth is the result of fires that just came through Tenterfield just on Friday. And it actually singed the reeds that are in the dam. That's how close it came, and the town narrowly escaped being burnt down. The interesting thing about Tenterfield is that it is likely to become the state's first town that will go what they call toilet to tap, which means that the townspeople will be drinking recycled sewage. It's an idea that's not likely to go down well with people who live here, but speaking with the council, they don't have any other options.
Luke, this is pretty drastic stuff, but let's also be clear that there's an awful lot of science in this that means it'll all turn around. So here's the obvious one. Would you drink this water?
Well, 10 or 15 years ago, South East Queensland was in a similar boat where our dams were running really low and they were talking about drinking recycled sewage back then. And the fact is no one wants to drink that. I'm pretty sure no one wants to drink recycled sewage. I know I don't want to. Look, if you're thirsty and you've got nothing left, you'd have to. But the fact is that, you know, state governments need to plan better for this stuff. I mean, up in South East Queensland at the time, the Labor state government built a water grid connecting all the dams together. Thankfully, it rained and heavily, so we never needed to do that. People but are still paying for the water grid now through higher water bills and so forth. But look, no, it's not something that we want, but states need to be planning for this all the time, putting new money into water infrastructure and upgrading it where it's needed. I mean, it's their responsibility and they need to make sure it's done. But I feel for those people in Tenterfield. I hope that all levels of government and all representatives help and do everything they can, and let's hope it rains before it gets to that stage.
And look, let's be honest. If this was the water supply, it's not the entire water supply. It's part of it that's there. There's a lot more science in it than there was there a long time ago. So you know what? I'd be fine with it.
I'd drink it.
I'd drink it.
To be honest, I would also, you know, there's a political element to this, and someone's going to try and run a bit of a campaign that someone's not doing the right kind of planning or otherwise.
Which is what you said about if Labor wanted to be anywhere this week, this is where they should be this week.
I agree. And look, I would be asking questions about why do we continue to support, you know, the harvesting of rice and cotton in a dry continent. And you know, this sort of thing. But the simple question of would I drink the water that was treated? Yes, I would.
Yeah.